Today, Juliana looked at my shirt and says to me, Tron, that's a Disney movie. The way she said it though, without her saying anything else, the tone of her voice, and I guess what she was thinking, conveyed to me a connection that I hadn't made before. And I was like, man, here I go again. Here I go again. I am deep in a flow and I didn't realize it. Which is that, I did in the United States, I don't determine where we end up or where we live. Juliana does that. She picks where we go. The only place that I determine where we live is in Jamaica. I actually live in Jamaica, and I visit the United States. I'm only in the United States because Juliana wants me to be in the United States. And if I want to be here too, if she wants me here. But if she doesn't want me here, I'm in Jamaica. You know what I mean? And of course, my kids want me here too, right? Because they are Americans. And it's 3 against 1. They want to live in America. It's 3 against 1. I'm living in America with them. But if you notice on my YouTube channel, I've been uploading lots of videos of us going to Disney World theme parks. And it's not costing us anything. That's why we're doing it, I can go to a Disney World theme park and spend the whole day and not spend a dime because I'm not paying for the ticket to get there. And without explaining how or why, I'm just saying that's the way it is. So I'll be uploading lots of videos about Disney for an indefinite amount of time, as long as I'm able to. But that being said, I'm also, by my own choice, paying attention to Tron. And I hadn't made the connection to say that I'm living in a place where I'm able to do this thing with Disney. And I'm pretty much living beside Mickey Mouse, It's like saying every Disney character is my neighbor. Damn, I'm making another connection again. Because I did have an experience in Jamaica, in the mountains, where the whole entire nature in front of me one night, the moonlight, full moon, shined onto the nature and projected out all the trees and the mountains and everything as Disney characters. They were lined up and having a party, like there was a party going on, and every Disney character was there in the nature, and it was basically the way the moonlight shined on the nature. And we're talking about a really wide space. It's not like a small, it's like a big wide space, and I'm above it looking down. And I'm seeing all the Disney characters, and I'm like, whoa, this is great, And so here I am now without intent, just in the flow. I'm here, and I am here because of Disney. And I'm paying attention to Tron. Tron is a Disney movie. Now, the story about Tron Disney movie is it's one of the movies that it took Disney the longest time to make. It was very expensive, and it's considered a flop because they didn't make back the money. Like as far as the profit they earned from the release of the Tron movie was like not a good return compared to other movies that they put out, considering how much they spent on making it. So while there are plans for another Tron movie, it's probably going to take a really, really long time. And maybe that's not going to come out. And if it does come out, it's because of the Tron blockchain being popular. Hey, maybe they'll put Justin Sun in the movie. That'd be interesting. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. I'm sure he would love to be in the next Tron movie. But, when she said to me, that's a Disney movie, it's like right then, because, the Disney thing is like really all about her. That's her thing, As a child growing up, she only watched the Disney Channel. They paid for cable. Back then, you used to have to pay for the Disney Channel. So that's the only thing she watched was the Disney Channel as a kid growing up. So the Disney thing is her thing, and you know, of course, Tron is my thing. And then she says to me, "That's a Disney movie," and right away I make the connection. Oh yeah, you know what? I am deep in this flow. I'm deep in this Disney flow, and I really didn't realize it until now. Now I know, and I think you know, I could have been paying attention to something else, some other blockchain, but no, it's Tron, man. So yeah. So another thing I wanted to talk about is now it's about to be a new year, the year 2019. So at this time, when it's about to be a new year, I always like to make a video, my numerology video, whereas I attach numerology to the year that's about to happen. So with the sun reflecting in my sunglasses, let's do that. So we're gonna start with 2016, because 6 evil, 7 is man, 8 is woman, and 9 is destruction. So 6 is evil. Evil happens after 5. 5 is when you get wings to fly, and as being able to fly means evil. And that's 16. So in the year 2016, well actually at the end of the year 2015 is when I started buying Bitcoin. So, and I started making videos about it, because I wasn't even doing YouTube videos about anything. I was making YouTube videos about bounce houses, and in those videos I didn't talk. I was just the cameraman. So I went from just being a cameraman in the background, and I put the camera on myself and started talking about Bitcoin. And that is me getting wings to fly in the end of 2015. And the whole entire 2016 is me flying, trading Ethereum, just basically, you know, getting involved with Steem. 2016 was very exciting for me. It was a really great build-up. I was able to accumulate a lot of crypto. Damn, I haven't used that word in a while, but that's what it is back then. It's crypto back then. You know, there wasn't no stigma for me back then. It was just like, yeah, this is great, cryptocurrency. You know, crypto is an evil word. You know what I mean? Cryptic. You know, the crypt, right? So that's 2016 is the build-up. So that's 6 evil. 7 is man. 2017 represents, for me, the results of everything that happened in 6. So basically, it was just like, as far as me being a man, what do I want out of crypto, you know? And I think 2017 gave that to me. The image of success, you know, the illusion of great success. I'm saying illusion now because, you know, it fell apart. It fell apart, you know, so, but it was also the experience of great success for me, because a lot of things that I talked about over the past 7 years, 8 years, we were able to experience. You know, we were able to go back to Jamaica and see what that's all about. So we don't have that desire anymore to, like, as a family, go back to Jamaica and see what that's about. Because we were in Jamaica, we had money, and it still wasn't, it wasn't what we wanted it to be, you know. And as far as being in Miami, that's another experience that we always talked about, and we did it, and now we're like, nah, I'm not doing that again. You know what I mean? So it's like we had to get these things out of the way, because we talked about them so much over the past 7 years since we moved back to the United States. So it's just like all the things we laid out, all those years delivering bounce houses, we were able to bang out all that stuff in 6 months, because it really started in the half of 2017 is when we started out, in around July. Actually, July we started. And for the next 6 months, we experienced all the things that we talked about. And then, so that's 2017, man, 7, man. 2018, 8 is woman. Now, I'm not a woman, so I can't really stipulate what that's all about. But what I do remember is the last time I experienced 8 was 2008, as far as in a year. And what I know, what I know about 2008 was there was a financial crash, you know. And so 10 years later, in 2018, here I am again, once experiencing another financial crash in terms of my personal experience. You know, whatever finances that I accumulated in 2017 just bled away, you know, bled away. And for me, it was actually worse than 2008, because now I have a family of 4. And you know, I have teenager, you know, having older kids and needing to make sure that they're they're taken care of in the right way, you know, have them in a good school. You know, back in 2008, I wasn't really concerned about stuff like that. I was actually having a lot of fun in 2008. I can't say the same thing about 2018. 2018 there's been a lot of not so fun. In fact, a lot. You know, I said to my sister a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, that because you know, she was contacting me because she was having a hard time still getting over my mom's passing away. And I said to her, man, you know, 2018 is, my mom passed away too, so it's like 2018 is one of the worst years, probably one of the worst years of my life, you know, as far as the emotional, the taxation of the taxing on my emotions, you know, the possibility of, you know, just all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, death threats, not being safe. You know, I spent a lot of 2018 just going from place to place because I was like I was being told by the authorities that I'm not safe. You know what I mean? Being told that, yo, you know, and I wasn't afraid until I was being told by them that, you know, stay safe, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the woman, you know, woman is just like, that's what it is. I can't put a word on it, but 2008 and 2018, that's what it's all about. I like 9, which is destruction. Now in 2009 is destruction. The year 2009, I had a lot of fun destroying all preconceived notions about life. And this is me in Jamaica. And I moved to United States in the end of 2009, right? And started out on 2010, which is balance. And we had a great 2010. So 2019, I think, is going to be the destruction. Definitely destruction. It has to be destruction now. But I think it's going to be the destruction of belief systems, right? And I think it's going to be the destruction of the belief systems. You see, when I was doing it before, I was in Jamaica, and everyone in Jamaica had to destroy their belief systems about the world and coming to the whole Illuminati flow, right? Which is mean, I illuminate I. It's all about my physical experience. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the same for the United States. I can't really see it that, you know, because there's too much people and there's too much to lose. I mean, you know, for everyone to see life that way. But I think there's just going to be a lot of destruction of belief systems, or a lot of revelation about things that, well, basically things were unbelievable and now become true. For instance, I saw last night, this is the beginning of it too. Last night I saw a mainstream news story about rich people, and I guess regular people now, who are actually ingesting baby blood to stay young. And it's like scientifically proven by some university that baby blood can reverse your aging, you know, turn your gray hairs black. It makes you more vital. It's like there's now a market for baby blood, or young blood is what they call it. Actually, they don't call it baby, they call it young blood, which sounds just as bad. So like, you would think that a year or two ago, that's like a conspiracy theory, but now it's actual reality. There's actually, I don't know what the name of the thing is. They have like a actual name of like it's a medical term, you know, so it's actually accepted, and it's like a medication that you go in, and it's blood of the young to, and if you're old and you can afford it, you take this blood weekly, and it makes you young. It revitalizes you and makes you young. So, you know, that is an example of, you know, just like things that are just the belief that certain things can't happen, or certain things shouldn't happen, or, you know, these type of beliefs, whereas there's morality and limitations. And I think in 2019 it's gonna be the destruction of that, you know. Even like the whole Disney World. Let's look at Disney World, the happiest place on earth. Or everyone looks at Disney in a really positive light, like it's just like the most amazing, oh, everyone's happy. But if you were to realize that, you know, let's say there's a flip side to it, of it being the most I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to use the word evil, but evil, but it being the opposite of what you think it is. But then not only do you realize that it's the opposite, but you also accept it. Like, you don't fight against it. It's like basically it's like finding out, let's say Satan is real, and you're just gonna go ahead and work with the flow. Like, you're not even gonna try to fight against the idea. You know what I mean? So it's just becoming accepting of. So 2019, I think, is just destruction of morality, but not in a bad way, in a way that makes everyone more free. So if you want to take young blood to make you younger, go ahead. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. It's just too much shit in the world. It's just too much shit going on anyway for me to even care about that, right? You know what I mean? So it's like that's 2019. It's just straight up destruction. And so I think also when it comes to money in 2019, caring about it, to the fact that caring about who's rich or who has the most, that's gonna go away. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. What really matters is, what am I doing with my time? How am I spending my energy? How am I getting more? How am I getting more time? How am I getting more energy? This is kind of what happened in 2009 in Jamaica, where it wasn't about how much money anymore, but how am I spending my time? So I'm prepared for 2019. The only thing that I have planned for 2019 is to build up, to rebuild in a much better way what I had before, with my offline business, right? My offline business. And I don't know if that, I have that in mind to do, but I'm prepared for another direction. I'm fully prepared for it to not go the way I see it, but I would love for it to go the way I see it. And if I just stick to that mindset and focus, I think my focus on doing that will keep me in a nice pocket of a reality, while everyone else is out there flipping and turning and flipping and being destroyed. So while all this destruction is going on, I can fly above it by doing something that I know how to do very well and focusing a lot on it, because I'm starting from scratch and I'm building it up, and I want to do it over 2019, for the year of 2019. By the end of 2019, I want to be done with it as far as like where I want it to be, and then carry it over into 2020, 2021, however far I want to carry it. But I'm excited to build something here in 2019, and because I had so much experience, the last time I had it built, it was like just going with the flow, kind of random steps. But now I know what not to do. You see, when I know what not to do, it's exciting to know that, oh man, I know exactly what to do, because I've done it before, and I'm not gonna, I wouldn't call them mistakes, I would call them learning experiences. So learning experiences that I've had, I can skip over these things and just go straight for the sauce, So that's what I'll be doing in 2019, and I'm looking forward to it. Tron, that's a Disney movie. Man, am I in the right flow or what? You know what I mean?